Welcome to Wednesday's evening's Sunset News. In this half hour, we bring you the latest news, stories from the community, economic indicators, tomorrow's weather and sports. I am Aina Raisa Koyo. Now in the news tonight. A famous judge may be involved in a lawsuit because she allegedly postponed a court case 8 times before finally withdrawing from it. The High Court Judge S.C. Shiming Chase is being dragged to court by a Master Hendrik Christian who wants Shiming Chase to pay his legal fees in a case where the judge, in her capacity as the judge, did not inform the High Court that she was previously connected to one of the respondents in the case, which she, Shiming Chase, had represented at a previous trial in 2006. And our next story, the Independent Patriot for Change Councillor for Oshakati Town Council, Jerobiam Nda Mohamba, is amongst the 800 people who are currently being relocated to the same town council to the area of Onawa. Council on Tuesday kicked off the relocation to the Kalaula location inhabitants, and once completed, they are expected to relocate the residents of Oshimbaingo, a solar plant location. Oshopala Phase 1 relocation will commence on the 31st of May 2022. In 2019, Oshakati Town Council embarked on their first relocation program where over 300 people from the area of Sky and the Mwandi location were moved to the Onawa area. Nda Mohamba said he has been living in the Kalaula informal area for about 4 years, and the relocation comes at the right time. I have indeed suffered for a very long time. I'm really happy that we are part of the council's development agenda, he said. In our next story, a recommendation to partially suspend the payment of vocational education training levies by business has drawn ire from the Deputy Chairperson of Namibia Training Authority, Remo Nanda. As part of recommendations presented to President Hage Geingob recently, the Business Rescue Task Force suggested that the payment of the levies by companies to authorities be suspended as part of measures to assist ailing businesses which had been identified as candidates for business rescue. The force said the NTA should reconsider a temporary suspension of VAT levy contributions for affected businesses. The NTA should reconsider refunding a portion of VAT levies actually paid by businesses to help the cash flow needs now, as very little training is being conducted in any event. It said in response to Nanda said the recommendation is upset. The VAT Act is very clear pertaining to the levy in terms of contributions and utilizing of funds generated through the levy collection. It is an absurd recommendation from the Business Rescue Task Force that the NTA should consider a temporary suspension of VAT levy contribution for affected businesses, as well as refunding a portion of VAT levies actually paid by the business, he said. Moving right along to our next story, the Trusted Vaccine platform is finally available for fully vaccinated Namibians to generate their COVID-19 digital vaccine certificates. For a digital vaccination certificate with a QR code to be issued, the platform is equipped with a self-upload functionality, enabling individuals to upload information and images of their vaccination cards and passports or travel documents for authentication. Once generated, professional digital vaccination certificates are approved by the Ministry of Health and Social Services before it can be used for travel purposes. Travelers, however, are encouraged to upload their documents at least 2 weeks prior to their traveling date to allow the ministry to approve the certificate. Now moving right along, looking at Namport's latest statistics, year on year, the total total cargo handled amounted to 6.5 million tons, and this is an increase of 6.9% revenue increase. Despite ongoing global shortages of containers, the vessel visit increased by 22%. The vessel gross tonnage also increased by 3.4 million. TEUs handled amounted to 168,278, of which 36 were exports, 41% were imports, and 22% were transshipments. This increase was mainly due to an increased container-sized commodities such as copper, charcoal, frozen fish, marble, frozen poultry, sugar, chemicals, scrap steel, and wooden products. Bulk and break bulk volumes handled amounted to 4.4 million. BBB volumes increased year-on-year with 9%. Cross-border volumes increased by 3% from 172,449 gross tonnage to 177.133 gross tonnage in the 2021-2022 period. In our next story, this Sunday, the 1st of May, the Fish River Canyon is hiking season for 2022 officially commence. This was announced by the Namibia Wildlife Resort, who called on hikers to enjoy the experience, but at the same time respect nature and its beauty. According to NWR, the Fish River Canyon, located in Namibia South, is the second largest canyon in the world. The annual hiking season runs from the 1st of May until the 15th of September. This year, more than 4,000 tourists are expected to descend into the canyon. In community news tonight, we take a look at the stunning visuals of seal and shark feasting on sardines at Langstrand. See you after the break.
Have you received a loan from NSFAF? NSFAF loan is the same as any other loan. It must be paid and settled. NSFAF has a set of guidelines on how you can repay your loan and become debt-free. Therefore, it is important that you, a former beneficiary and a responsible Namibian, show your patriotism by helping pay back your loan and thus helping NSFAF become a revolving fund for the benefit of future potential students. By failing to pay back your NSFAF loan, you risk being blacklisted or having a court order against you. So arrange with the fund to pay back your loan today. For more information on how you can repay your loan, visit our website at www.nasfaf.na or visit our Facebook page or Twitter. Do the right thing and hashtag #paybackthemoney.
We are back with your favorite segment, part of the show. This is a Community Talk. A field fire in Uys area that started this morning has now spread to the Brandberg. Yolanda Nel has more.
A veld fire started early this morning close to Uys and has now spread to the Brandberg. A large crew of 77 fighters were at the fire and could put out the head fire and is now concentrating on multiple spot fires in the Uys-Amuchete area towards the Brandberg Mountains. According to information received, this is the worst veld fire in the area since 1984. It is still not clear what caused the fire, but people in the area are trying to find out exactly what happened.
If you happen to be at Langstrand recently, you may have witnessed seals and sharks feasting on sardines. Have a look at this footage by B Extreme 3D.
Now this is a sight not witnessed in Namibia for a very long time. Large shoals of sardines were recently seen in the vicinity of Langstrand. This aerial footage shows Cape Fur seals and sharks feasting on the fish.
our story of the day, Namibia's Prime Minister is set to mentor women. More on this story after the break. Thank you for watching Sunset News. Namibia's Prime Minister Sarah Kugongerwa Amadila will provide mentoring advice for free to any woman in Africa who is currently in the public sector, and still in her first 5 years of her career. Yolanda Nel has more.
The Namibian Prime Minister Sarah Kugongerwa Amadila will lead off the first Pan-African virtual training program for women early in their government careers on Thursday, the 28th of April. The training session is free to any woman in the first 5 years of a government career in any of the 54 countries in Africa. It is convened by Africa.com and Coca-Cola Africa as part of their Women Heads of State initiative. The Prime Minister's remarks, 3 pieces of advice for women early in their government careers, will be targeted towards civil servants and will precede remarks by Patricia Obuzuwa on how to kickstart your career in public service. Next up will be a panel moderated by Oxford Professor Christopher Stone on advancing a culture of integrity. The final session will feature the career counselor at Harvard University. Prime Minister Sarah Kugongerwa Amadila said training young women in government across Africa is so important because they need to continuously increase their knowledge and skills in order to ensure an effective and more responsive public service. According to the Mo Ibrahim Foundation's report on public service in Africa, the average age of a public servant is around 41 years old, with about 15 years of service in the same agency. The report noted that opportunities for mobility in public service are limited. The Coca-Cola Vice President for Public Affairs, Communications and Sustainability in Africa, Patricia, said they are happy to be supporting this training workshop, which is an excellent opportunity for them to advance gender equality and build the capacity of thousands of emerging African leaders in the civil service. Women empowerment is one of the focus areas under their sustainability platform, where they will commit to unlock economic opportunities for women across the continent. According to Africa.com CEO Teresa Clark, they are motivated to use the media platform they have built over the last 12 years as a force for good. The last 2 years have taught them all about the power of distance learning, and they are excited to be partnered with Coca-Cola Africa to bring free, world-class professional development to every African woman early in their public service career.
Welcome back to Sunset News. During March 2022, the city of Windhoek approved a few buildings plan which this was compared to February 2022. More on this development when we return. It's a pleasure to bring you economic news right here on Sunset News. During March 22, the city of Windhoek approved few building plans when compared to February 2022. According to statistics provided by the IJG Security, a total of 198 building plans valued at 120 million Namibian dollars were approved, a 9.6% month-on-month decrease when compared to the 219 recorded in February in 2022. In terms of value, approvals fell by 18.1% month-on-month. Out of 198 building plans approved, 133 were additions, houses and flats were 63, and commercial and industrials were 2. Up next, let's have a look at economic indicators. The Namibian dollar held its ground next to the Chinese yuan, but is down next to other all major currencies. On the NSS, MTC stock is down 0.30%, while Namibia Breweries Limited stock holds its ground. Local index is down 0.32% and overall index is up 0.54%. All commodities, with the exception of gold, are up as gold takes a 0.5% dip. After the break, we take a look at tomorrow's weather predictions. We encourage you to bring your own sunshine wherever you go tomorrow. And here is tomorrow's weather prediction. Nana is sunny and the hottest in the country with a maximum of 39 degrees expected, while Windhoek and Gobabis will be partly cloudy, expecting a maximum of 27 degrees. Sunny conditions will grace Walvis Bay and Luderitz as they expect minimum temperatures of 15 degrees and 14 degrees respectively. In our international news slot tonight, we focus on China's anger as US sent destroyers through Taiwan Straits. Stay with us.
Go far with Paratus. Go further with Paratus Fiber. Paratus offering high-speed, reliable fiber connectivity, starting from only 599 Namibian dollars per month. Unlimit your lifestyle and visit na.paratus.africa for more information.
Always prepared. Paratus.
Thank you for watching Sunset News. In our international news slot, China's military has accused the United States of undermining regional peace and security after it sent a naval destroyer through the Strait of Taiwan on Tuesday as part of the routine Freedom of Navigation exercise. The People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command accused the U.S. of provocative naval activities and said the move sent the wrong signals to Taiwan independence forces. In a brief statement, the U.S. regularly sends destroyers through the strait, although sometimes other allies such as France might send a naval patrol in its place. The 180-kilometer wide South China Sea waterway separates China from Taiwan and its outlying island, of all which are claimed as sovereign territories by Beijing. The U.S. regards the Taiwan Strait as international waters. The U.S. 7th Fleet said the USS Sampson had sailed from the north to the south through the strait on Tuesday. The ship's transit through the Taiwan Strait demonstrates the United States commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, the 7th Fleet said in a statement after the event. The United States military flies, sails, and operates everywhere international law allows. Now, in the sports news, when we return from the break, we talk about the latest developments with Franco Cosmos and the World Bowls Championships. Stay with us. It's time to visit the lens of sport to see what is trending. Franco Cosmos maintains that he was not a party to a disciplinary procedure which led to his expulsion from the Namibia Football Association, while the FIFA normalization declined to reveal which breaches led to the Secretary General's dismissal. In our next story, Mariki van der Berg got off to a winning start at the World Bowls Indoor Championships, which started in Bristol, England on Monday. After the break, we look at tonight's highlight. If you didn't get a chance to catch our top stories tonight, here are some of the highlights. The High Court Judge S.C. Shiming Chase is being dragged to court by a Master Hendrik Christian who wants Shiming Chase to pay his legal fees in a case where the judge, in her capacity as a judge, did not inform the High Court that she was previously connected to one of the respondents. The trusted vaccine platform is finally available for vaccinated Namibians to generate the COVID-19 digital vaccination certificates. For a digital vaccination certificate with a QR code to be issued, the platform is equipped with a self-upload functionality, enabling individuals to upload information and images of their vaccination cards and passports or travel documents for authentication. During March 2022, the city of Windhoek approved few building plans when compared to February 2022. According to a statistic provided by IJG Securities, a total of 198 building plans valued at 128 million Namibian dollars were approved. And with that, we've come to the end of tonight's broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook and all NMA platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, which is called OneUp2. Do not forget that Sunset screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 94 every weekday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. I'm Aina Raizakoya. This has been Sunset News. Please never end your day without us. Good night.